Hi, Joe Szynski here, and we're going to talk about selling, specifically question-based selling. In the old days, we used to build rapport, you'd sell, and you'd follow up until people would get so tired of hearing from you, they'd buy from you just to get you out of there. Those days are gone. We moved to what I call question-based selling. So first, do people buy on emotion or logic? It's emotion. We use our logic to justify what we buy or why we want to buy it. But all purchase decisions are based on emotion, and we use our logic to justify that emotion. Okay? Now, to create emotion, what we want to do is we want to ask open-ended questions. This creates emotion. What is your business going to look like in years? What's your biggest challenge and how are you addressing it? These start creating emotion. What is your team? What's the biggest challenge for your team? These emotional questions or open-ended questions create emotion. You need to have at least 10 of these in your toolbox. Okay? Now, after we ask the open-ended questions, get the emotion going, we'll ask specific questions. Now, this is what most salespeople are good at. What's your budget? When do you want to implement? All the specific questions. That designs the solution that you're going to present. Now, you can go back and forth on these a little bit between open-ended and specific. But what you're trying to do is design your solution based on what the client or potential client's telling you. So you put together the solution that fits what they're asking for. Okay? So specific questions, you probably need 10 to 15 of these. Solutions, you should have at least five in your bag. And those can be customized for that specific situation. Make sense? So, specific, open-ended, specific solution. Now, we take the temperature. Now, what that means, and you want to have 6 of these. The temperature question is that what you had in mind? How does that sound to you? How does that feel to you? This is where we use our DISC and VAC training to ask the temperature questions. How does that feel to you? Does that sound right? Can you see how that will happen? High D's, you want to give them a choice. High I's, make it easy. High S's, it's not going to be a big change. It's going to be evolution. High C's, let's look at all the numbers. Make sense? After temperature, then we come with what we used to be called the close or the opening the relationship. This is okay. Let's get your credit card on file. Get started. Let's get the paperwork out of the way so we can get started. And that's where you move forward. Now, right in this temperature, this is where you're going to get your objections. And these must be addressed. Okay? When you're handling objections, you lock them down. So what's preventing us from moving forward? Well, I need to get somebody else's approval. I need to sleep on it. I need to whatever. All of these objections that you get must be written down, and you must practice the response to those objections. Example. Well, let me think about it. Well, specifically, what do you need to think about? Because I'm here, I can answer your questions right now. Let's talk about that. So, is it money? Well, if it's money, then let's run the numbers and make sure it's a good investment for you. If you can't help somebody with their business or life, with what the product or service you're selling, you should not be selling it to them. Do something else. Everything that we do is about improving somebody else's business or life. Does that make sense? So, practice your objection handling. If you're not sure, give us a call. We'll go through those with you. 408-899-6737, and we'll walk through this process for your specific business. This process will decrease your sales cycle time about 40% and increase your conversion rate at least 20%, depending on where you're at. Hope you enjoyed this. Thanks, and have a great day.